Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the winners finals of the very first deathmatch tournament here in Age of Mythology Retold with meta plays. And in general, we've got ourselves our raw player. In the blue, this is Matador. And then on the other side of the map, in the red, this is Grass playing as Thor. Very important to get your monument going so that you can empower that as Ra, and then that will empower everything in return. The Pharaoh, however, isn't being tasked onto it, so a bit of a mistake here by Matador. It's definitely something to practice a little bit, right? For our Norse player, we've got quite a bunch of longhouses up front. I would like to see more of them because you really do need to spam in this one in order to hold on against the Ra onslaught. But oh no, the priest is empowering the monument. No, that needs to be the Pharaoh, otherwise there's no effect from it. It's just extra favor, right? Wait. No. I'm getting trolled here. The Pharaoh is empowering it, right? Now hopefully it stays on. There we go. Now everything will train faster and be built faster as well, without any further need to micro. So yeah, all these super barracks units should be joining the fight and be quite performant. But Osiris was the Mythic Age god pick, and well, I don't know. I think it would be better to go Horus and just have the super Axeman and Spearman. But you know, I'm sure Matador can figure it out. As long as you have a bunch of priests, the battle boards are just not going to be a thing. I don't think with 4 you're going to want to go for Fenris Wolves against Ra in particular, because, well, the priests are just kind of going to wreck them. But maybe you can get some raiding plays done with them. That's always on the table. Grass and Groom still isn't going to use his Dwarven Mine as soon as he's Mythic. You know, as soon as you start making dwarves, you should be going on to the Dwarven Mine because you gather from it so much faster as you reach the later ages, and you have enough favor anyhow to keep doing that. Already approaching 300 favor here because of all the Berserk classes, each of them resulting in an extra favor getting gained. Now, of course, in Deathmatch you start with high resources, including favor. You don't have to spend any on upgrades because they're free. Man, Matador is doing really nicely with the archers here, and they're so high health as well. They're tearing this army apart, and he's sitting under empowered Migdals, so the firepower support from that is sick. The 4-5 mummies are doing a fantastic job as well, and Eclipse is available should it be needed, which will turn the entire army basically into minions. So it's the second army then. There's 9 at the moment on the field, and that's just right now. If the mummies can tag anything, the chariots just pick them off, and there you go. One more minion. So far, Matador is terribly outkilling Grass. Yeah, Grass will need to stop this and actually start making some hill fort units, because this is not going to work. Finally, the Huskar are coming, but it might be too late. And he's, oh no, he's using one temple to make Fenris Wolves. That is never going to work. It's taking forever to get those units out. Generally, there's just not enough buildings, and yeah, it's all infantry against chariots, so kind of getting owned here, man. Grass is getting pushed back into the main base, while Matador is going for free TCs. He has not used his Citadel yet, as I say that he uses it, and the next one should be available very shortly. It's got such a short cooldown at 30 seconds. You can just plop them down in DM in particular, and be on your way to free Citadels. It's not that expensive either. Like the second one you can afford, the third one you actually have to focus gambling for. And yeah, I think Grass might be just screwed, ladies and gentlemen. This is brutal. And Matadorski OP. Flaming Weapons is coming in. Hold up. Is Grass gonna maybe find a way back into this game? I think it might be possible with flaming weapons, but of course there's a second citadel, and he's restricting very nicely with his chariot. Some of them will die, but there's now also a war elephant front line, and flaming weapons doesn't make the Norse units more survivable, right? So as long as he's got this block off, he should be golden. There's several faster firing Migdor strongholds. Why is my game zooming in? Time. It's annoying. Yeah, lots of firepower here. I think this is a hold. Actually, Son of Osiris is getting added in now. And yeah, Matador did drop in population significantly, but Grass even more so. 140 now. And Son of Osiris is just gonna clean up, isn't he? Yikes, flaming weapons is over. So it's once again Matador's time, and we are barely seeing any cavalry out at this point. The raiding cav would be terrible anyhow, so I do think you have to go Baldur in this one actually and get those super raiding cav going. Because this pure berserk play is not working out against the 22 range chariots of Ra, which are trained faster, healthier, and everything. Too much. Winter is going to be used. It's going to be a little bit of disruption for the resources of Matador. Somehow this base didn't get built. The villagers just went evil. Interesting. But yeah, I think Grass is toast, guys. He's making 10 trolls. That's the desperation play kind of moment. And I just don't see him coming back from this at this point. The walling is fantastic. We got the triple trade route going as well. TC should be finished soon. Grass is finished. That's a 1-0 now in favor of Matador. And really, there's not much to be said. The composition was just better, the micro was better, the amount of production was better. The empowering makes it that even better. And yeah, Grass just didn't have anything to take this down. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves our game number 2. Matador here in the blue color playing as Freya. His opponent on the other side in the red, this is Grass playing as Loki. Similar build orders. Matador once again focusing on the faster advance time, but he would be better served with more longhouses, I would say. Strangely building the houses around the towers as well, like in standard. It takes you more time, so it's better to just spam them down, honestly. Oh, we're not gonna see flaming weapons, but he's going for Aegir. It's gonna be a Tempest kind of situation, but does that actually work against the flaming weapons Loki? Might be really difficult to get that fight done. Although, I mean, Tempest does last a good amount of time. 26 seconds at least, but flaming weapons is a lot longer than that. You'll see a lot of berserks opening up for Matador. A little bit more heavy on the throwing axemen here for Grass. But this time he's building a lot more as well, so I do think that's going to be very helpful to Grass going forward. He might get a little bit housed here though, because these berserks are not split between the houses. I do like the side build. Matador's thinking about similar things. TC is gonna be slow for both players, right? That seems to be a trend. Why Great Hall in the corner? I don't know what that does. Longhouse into Hillfort just makes more sense, really. Well, guess what? These throwing axemen of our Loki player are just going to be better in terms of bonus damages. And then we've got the Fire Giant spam coming. 6 of them are queued up right now. So as the human units are dying for grass, or as he completes the town center, he'll be able to get a lot of work done here. The Iron Harry also boosting a little bit. The Berserks are getting boosted into oblivion as well with 43 damage per attack there. But yeah, I mean, throwing axemen still kill them. They don't get healthier. TC does complete, and now Fire Giant problem comes up. What do you do as a Norse without access? You certainly cannot make Rock Giants or Fafnirs. In fact, a Summon Fafnir is coming in to help Grass even more. One of the plays is to just get your goalie going and really rely on that, but it's going to be a slow job. Like I said, the Rock Giants are melting to this. Like, they don't have a lot of crush armor to begin with. It's better when they're taunting, but that's only for a short time anyway. So yeah, Fire Giants are gonna own them absolutely. This might be already very problematic for Matador as Flaming Weapons is coming into play shortly, making the regular units even more potent here. Grass could have put a few more units into this onto this settlement job, but yeah, he's denying Matador from doing the same on this side, so as long as it completes, slow is okay. Here comes Tempest. That should be able to destroy at least a handful of these units, and maybe the Ballista can take a hit or two. But it doesn't look too terrifying right now. The Golem Versity, of course, is a different kind of situation. That will push this away for sure. And, you know, Tempest is becoming a problem, actually. Some of the units are frozen, many of them are very slow. Flaming Weapons is in, however, and it's not that good right now for Grass. But, oh my god! How many is that? What just happened? He got himself 15 Fire Giants. What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Yeah, it's funny because the Minor God is hell. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Those champion throwing axemen are getting wrecked. They're taking it like a champ, you could say. I don't think Matador can save this game. This is maybe too far gone. He's definitely dropping in the resource department, but so is Grass. How do you stop? Oh my god. He's getting out the Mountain Giants. This has got to be so intimidating to play against. Even though resource-wise, Matador is still fine. He's now going up against a free town center boy, and he's very soon going to be a one town center boy himself, so there's not going to be any income behind this, whereas Grass can supposedly sustain it for a while. Just certainly not the food. He's used all the food. Eaten everything up. Well, as long as your army beats the other one and destroys the buildings, it doesn't matter how rich you are, right? Easy's down, and here comes the Fenrir. Grass is trying to move out of it. And honestly, it didn't take that much damage on these Fire Giants. They can keep going just fine. We've had the Nidhogg up as well on the defensive. And Grass gonna take game 2 with that one. Very nicely done. That was a lot of freaking Fire Giants, man. Insane stuff. But he also was broke at the end, so maybe if Matador keeps playing, he finds a way, but very doubtful. Very doubtful. My goodness. All right, we've got ourselves a game 3 in this best of 3. And Matador in the blue color is going to be playing as Hades. On the other side of Mirage, in the red, we've got ourselves a Grass. Playing as Kronos here. But he's not using the benefit of manners. He's not time shifting them over here, so they're not gonna boost up the build speed on these buildings. And we're gonna get ourselves a forward base in this location, I suppose, with palaces. But that needs to be boosted with manors. Like, you have to use Kronos' bonus, otherwise it's kind of wasted. At least on the settlements or something. Matador is just gonna be pumping hoplites and it pay us right into this. It's gonna be questionable if the Cairo Ballista can stop it with Murmillo support. There's really not that much production for our Atlantean player here. A little worried for Grass. And Pestilence is gonna hit super hard. Oh wait, there's no Pestilence! What? Why is Matador going Athena? I just realized. Okay, that is highly unusual to say the least. Well, now he doesn't have any initiative. Granted, the Athena hoplites are really nice, but I mean, so are many other units. Fanatics will beat them once there's enough. Probably one more palaces. And we are gonna be seeing Guardian of Io anyway, and implode later. Which is not gonna be terribly performant, honestly. Well, if we're gonna be seeing Telepolis in addition to this. Colossi are gonna be a huge issue anyhow, but with Telepolis support, with Archer support, what are you gonna do? Guardian of Io are not gonna solve it. They're just throwing up these little puddles, and it really doesn't do that much to these heavy units. So you're gonna need heroes, but then you lose to the Greek army. I think Matador is gonna shut down his TC, and then he's gonna destroy the palaces, and then he just wins the fights because he has better units. Grass is now trying to pump out a bunch of satyrs, which, yeah, will help. Do some good takedowns on the Colossus, but there's more where that came from. And he's also going to have quite a bunch of, what's it called? The Gesher of Petros. Reduction for Grass is actually pretty minimal at the moment. So many Toxotes to run into, and he just can't get there. Even if he could, they will shred the Contarius by themselves with a little bit of hoplite support. And Matador is really good at microing this anyhow. So he's pulling back super nicely there. These units are just doing a great job in terms of KD. There's barely any economy to be seen. A little bit messy here, but no worries. I mean, it is DM. Things get messy. You have so many units to produce and to control. Well, Curse is available, so this is a pretty good army to hit with that. Be 3 Colossi in it. A little bit surprised not to see Apollo, but I mean, things are going okay for Matador. I don't understand the Fire Siphon pick here. It's not going to be Vortex, so they're just going to get destroyed by the units. And they still can't destroy the Colossi themselves. It's heroes doing that. So why the Fire Siphons? You're not in a position to push against buildings as Grass here. The Gastropheteros are out, so they are very much in a position to push buildings themselves. That was very expensive as a mistake. One thing to remember about Mirage is that you're not going to have a great trade route on this one. From here to here, I guess, is acceptable, but it takes some time to get that going. The Fire Siphons have high pierce, so they try to tank arrows. Well, so do these guys. Just make destroyers. No need to make a 5 population, 500 resource cost unit. Grass is going to be on the struggle bus a little bit there, but he's pushing Matador back for now. Matador doesn't want to expand all his resources, and garrisoning is cancelled by this god power. He's going into the black hole, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the suck. Oh, these buildings are gonna get wrecked, aren't they? Jesus Christ. Grass is adding in his own to make it last longer. Matador's army is gone. It was all Toxotes. Holy crap. This is why you need Telepolis. Jesus Christ. I mean, by Zeus's beard. Yeah, all these destroyers are now going to own the town center. It's gone. That was very nice, actually. Recognizing this moment of weakness by Grass. By Matador, sorry. Grass did a good job. Oh. That's what he said. Well, now it's valid to play Fire Siphons. Take down some of these production buildings, see what happens. Yeah, like, you get rid of these archery ranges, actually, and you start making a lot of fanatics. I think that's a great idea, but still the Greek army is kind of winning. It's all about whether Grass can take control over this corner. And so far, so good. But can he maintain his production as well? It looks really good as well, because he's got 20 plus on gold already. And with Atlanteans, that means a lot. He's also got a bunch of caravans himself. But basically, he's got like almost twice the economy for a Greek player. Good use of the second restoration there. Matador is starting to win this fight. Grass in a little bit of a pickle. He doesn't quite have the food income to keep this pump going. And he's about to get his building sniped here, so the villagers will have to run as well. The infantry is still kind of winning, and the Gastrophiles are just absolutely insane. Gastropheteros, sorry. Looks like they're taking down the palace under construction as well. Yeah, all those villagers are just not doing anything because of this, and they're actually losing Grass some resources. Why didn't he retreat into the air? Such a good defensive spot, but instead he lost his entire army. I guess he's getting some work done here in the trade route, but this is going to be relatively easy for Matador to take down as well. He never had too many caravans to begin with. I do think, though, that going forward, he needs to get his second palace, Plenty Vault going, because, well, he's broke. It's the one way to come back into this. Okay, very beautiful match so far. This whole series is actually just really action-packed. I love it. The Gastropheteros versus the Destroyer. Well, it's a wet noodle fight right there. Nobody can do damage. Finally, we have Halapolis. That's a game changer. Guardian of Io getting added. Is the Perseus actually targeting the right thing? Yes. Should be nice. Oh, the double acid explosion taking out most of the Greek units there. Only the heroes can take that kind of beating. But anyway, the cleanup party has concluded with this job as well. Now it's all about whether the Greeks can fight this back once more. There's going to be another implode trying to suck in the Gastropheteros, and yes, the answer is they are going into the void. Oh man, Grass adding in some extra damage, and this is a huge amount of resource damage. Do the flip. How many degrees is that? Oh my god, more degrees. I can't count that high. Jeez. Ah,
「
whose backflips had backflips. Well, Matador just took a lot of resource damage. He can't really afford his, in terms of wood, to remake those boys. Working his way towards 200 favor. We're nearly there. That second plenty vault, man. That's where this game gets decided. If Matador can get it while he's still in a good spot, there's no stopping him. They're so strong, the plenty vault these days. Wait, it says 444, but isn't it 555 now? No, it is 444. What happened then? Wait, was it free before the patch? I think it was free. Okay, we're all good. I like this elephant hunting in the corner. Very economical. Don't need to make as many farms. Oh, you could fish. That's fine. Why not? Grass is starting to have a really big trade rise. I'm starting to worry about his population efficiency. While gold mines are available, you should be ideally mining gold a little bit more. So, because he's been double producing the caravans, yeah, that's probably a bit too early to do so. He's got also 100 civilian population otherwise. So that's a lot. Suddenly, it seems to me that Matador has just a population advantage overall. He's very close to the second plenty vault, which will give even more population to him. Then he can move on to build the town center with some. Save the forest and eat more elephants? What? That's progressive in a different way. Jeez. The animals are right there. The implications. Hey, we got the second plenty vault. Okay. Okay, things are gonna be different around here. You just watch. Suddenly there's 8 resources per second for every resource. It's like having 8 villagers on. This is 1.45, I guess that's a bit more, but for food it's definitely like that. And for gold, 12.23, so yeah, not quite. 8 villagers, but like 7. Once again, more villagers are on favor. It's really just a matter of moments for Matador, sorry, to get the necessary resources to build a TC. And I guess he will do it then. Some units to take down, but hey, he's pushing through on the front, so does it really matter? Once he takes these palaces down, there's no cover, and then his Gastropedaros can just engage in the direct fighting. There's a bunch of Terma here, so the army looks bigger than it really is in terms of practical firepower. The hoplites can take it like a champ anyhow. So much health, so much armor, enough speed to fight this back. And I think it's time for Matador to target down the TC, really. No need to allow grass to have all this population. The citizen picks are really good too, of course. Wow, that's a lot of damage. The grass is trying to do some of his own damage there. Getting into the trade, that would be nice, but honestly, when you have 2 plenty vaults, I'm not sure you care too much. And this gold mine is about to expire, then Matador can just blow up there. Seems to me that the Gastropedaros numbers have been thinned out, so gotta be a little bit careful with that. The Helipolis is a good idea for sure to clean up in the back. And as the gold mine expires, the TC gets built, I'm sure he'll be fine. It's got the gold bank for it, so just gotta go ahead. Oh, the market got taken down. The marketing department has to go get back to work. Rebuilding. Rebuilding. Well, I don't know what grass does now. Because now our Greek player has full population too. So unless he's got himself another cast of Implode that will absolutely wipe the economy out. He does have the favor almost, so there is that potential. But it's gotta happen soon. The oracles are really nicely spread out, by the way. I gotta commend that. Let's swap to the view of grass and take a look at that. Yeah, it's looking good, guys. Like, there's minimal overlapping here and there, but I think he's done a good job of it. Yeah, this is good. Grass is playing very well for sure. Oh, we've got ourselves our Implode. Will this do enough damage? There is the duel of the fire siphons there. All the units are getting sucked away, so there's no repairing going on right now. But there are a bunch of villagers left. Can they actually hold this? 200 health. No, I don't think they can. The TC is down. And maybe, just maybe, grass can push here. The Greek player is definitely working towards the third plenty vault, which would definitely spell the end, however. Like, you get 3 plenty vaults, you no longer need villagers, basically. Minus the praying villagers. You need the 4th plenty vault then. But maybe you just leave the villagers on and get yourself a wonder. But after that, your villagers build faster anyway, so it's a legitimate consideration to get that building done. I could see it. Not many villagers here for Matador, really. He does have enough income, so he could devote a little bit more. Adding in Colossi now, as well as a ton more Gaster Federals. But they're all from one fortress, so yeah, more fortresses would be needed as well. What are these relics, by the way? Ankhofra, for a little bit more favor trickle. Now that would be useful. We got the Bow of Artemis for cheaper ranged soldiers. We've got the Black Lotus for faster farming, and in the back we've got Ship of Fingernails for a food trickle. It's not bad. There's a Colossus, but there are already 4 Arcus heroes to meet it. It's still gonna get a lot of damage in all these buildings, and soaking the fire from all of them at the same time is nice. Maybe a Patrol Blast or 2 would be very reasonable for our Greek player to make her. Grass is working his way to the next Implode, of course. Stocking up 100 favor already. He's gonna be running out of gold mines soon. He does have plenty of resources, so he doesn't strictly need them. I guess he does have that one still. And this, okay, he's got plenty. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. He's not running out. He did rely on the trade for such a long time. Just realized we didn't enlarge the map. Sorry, guys. Mobile viewers would have been crying. It's a lot of buildings for grass. He basically no longer needs a lot of Arcus at this point, just to make more meta units. Actually, have something to get rid of these Gastropheteros, like more Contarius, more Fnatic is, I think, the way to go here after you have a building push like this going. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Grass is doing a good job on every front, and his Kronos is actually rather solid. But Matador is not going to give this away. He's not looking to play a loser's finals today. He wants to go into the winners. Grand finals, excuse me. Ooh, the TC might actually get cancelled as a lot of extra damage is getting done while it's under construction. So, yeah, Matador does have to restart that one, but I mean, he did kill several fire siphons for it. It's a good trade. At some point, I'm sure he will make the choice. It will take forever to build up to 400 favor, so I think he's just prioritizing the Colossi for now. Patrol Blast might be the answer to push this back, really. Is he gonna give up or carry on, though? Because this is certainly looking intimidating, but Grass isn't getting a lot done with it. It's really all about those gold mines, but Plenty Vault is doing so much work that not too many donkey caravans are necessary here. And Restoration is going to be countering that cast of Chaos, and Chaos scales more aggressively than Restoration, so you can use it to counter it. It's equal at this point. Oh, the Gastropheteros are starting to work on the citizens there. They're pretty good at doing that. Very high pierce damage, just wipes out the citizens, really. Ooh, another fortress is destroyed. I'm not sure the settlement can come up, really. Ooh. This hero is so funny. I love it. Yeah, this is why you want the patrol blocks, because you just deny these buildings with them. Very nicely done by Matador, getting the TC back up. Now he can pump the units out, and he should be okay. It's just a matter of repairing this TC. Certainly got the resources that he needs. There's going to be Colossi, there's going to be Petrobolos, and I would say sufficient Greek units. He's maxed. Grass is maxed. Oh, the tower fire is certainly a problem. You know, maybe a few Peltasts. That would be very interesting. And I keep commenting on the Greek side on purpose, by the way, because they are the better civ at this kind of game. So Kronos is sort of forced into this. If the Greek was doing this here, there's no way you break it. Like, it's just your army is a little bit better than the Atlantean one. You've got especially better myth units in Siege. So you just win the building race. No question about that. Yeah, look at this. Matador is just running away in the resource game because of his better KD. Suddenly he's not so threatened anymore. Grass knows this. He needs to find some kind of other sneaky ways to gain edges because, well, the fortress on the wood line is a really good idea, actually. But there's more wood lines. Like, Matador could be all over these. He doesn't need to be out there in the risky spot just yet. He can come back to that later. Very difficult game for Grass. He's not able to make any progress on any of the fronts. He's having to chop down the trees here already? Seriously? Wait a second. Oh, he's got some in the back. Technically he didn't, but he didn't have to. That's what he's prioritizing because it's riskier anyway. Better do it now than later. I think you'll notice that Grass is not producing a lot of units actually, but he's still dropping in resources significantly. Matador has a huge edge in KD, I'm sure. Building up to that implode, however, can always swing things the other way. Just 60 more favor needed. 50 now. It's going fast, so watch out for that.
Opos.
This is the way to really progress, that you make all these towers to make sure that the patrol blocks are covered and the buildings can't creep closer. You snipe them from range and then you just make new towers and new fortresses and slowly creep forward. Eventually your patrol blocks are just pretty invincible, but there comes the clearing and Matador won't be able to do anything with this. All these units are getting sucked in. And boom. Towers are alive, but super weak. You tap them with the Arcus, they're disappearing. And this is once again an opportunity for Grass to grab all the destroyers, right click this town center. There's not enough repairing here. I guess restoration helps a little bit, but there's still so much anti-building damage, especially with the fire siphons. Once again, it's gonna go down. And Grass is just very aggressively pushing forward. Now he's getting more mellow instead of whatever he was doing before. I guess it might be more health for Pop than with Fanatics. So maybe that's the big idea here. Oh, can Matador actually rebuild this then, or what's gonna happen? I'm kind of starting to like Grass's situation. His push is insane. Can he actually push? I'm sure he can destroy this TC every now and then with Implode, but what about without Implode? Because it's getting more and more expensive over time, right? Matador is holding on just fine. He gets 2, 3, 4 fortresses here. What do you do? Because that's the thing, he never actually maxed out on them. You can make 15 fortresses and 30 towers. If Matador does that, I don't think you can punch through this. But if he's going light on buildings, then Grass just makes every single building possible in Matador's face, then yeah, I think Grass is gonna be fine. He can maybe even win. Tower clearing has begun. You know what, the destroyers really do what it says on the tin, but when they meet Hippospist, well, they get destroyed themselves. Seems to me the Matador has this under control. With Grass dropping into low population marks and running low on gold mines. What happens when he's out? Which is right now. He's out. No more gold. Chaos once again a little bit annoying for Matador, but doesn't carry too much weight. And Grass is not going to be able to sustain his pop, guys. I'm pretty sure about this one. There's no more gold mines, right? This is all food and wood and trade. So he has to make more trade. He knows that. He is also queuing. But what about in the meantime? It takes so long for trade to start kicking in. I think this is Matador's time to try rebuilding the TC actually. Because there's not going to be any threat from all this. It's like very problematic for melee units, but he put a bunch of Helipolis on the job with the Gashapetaros, and you should be okay. Oh man, the kitchen knives are still so good against siege weapons. This is nuts. Even though they just have 50% bonus damage now. I'm not even sure they need any, to be honest. Like, okay, in standard, I guess, pre-siege could be obnoxious if you don't have it. Fair enough. Don't want the priest to out-heal villagers. Needs some kind of counter. Eventually we will get to another implode, right? One day. He's completely reset himself by greedily using chaos. And I didn't do anything, so... Now here we are. Minus 120 favor. Alright, this is nearly back. And we got the TC again for Matador. This time there's not going to be an implode for several minutes. Getting himself a network of walls as well. There should be really nothing stopping him from just plopping down more and more buildings, towers, fortresses, you name it. These guys are certainly not going to come up. Not with the Gashapetaros taking them down at the same time. Eventually we'll chip away at this. Grass somehow figured out his overall situation. How many caravans is that? Oh my god, is that 5 caravans? Wow. Just 22 for Matador because of Plenty Vault. It's amazing. You really want to be Greek for this kind of situation, that's for sure. Somebody tell Matador that there's more firepower for fortresses. This is 39 DPS right here. And you can make units with it. And it's healthier, so when there's an implode, it's not going to delete it. Well, now Grass gets a taste of his own medicine. We are in proper late game for reals. My god. Alright, let's zoom out a bit. Eventually the buildings will destroy each other. We might just be here for a few hours. At some point we should be getting to a wonder though. The third Plenty Vault is near the end. But once that happens, I do think wonder is next. Especially once there's no more buildings to make, which is currently what's draining the resources of Matador. You better make a farm transition soon. Like, get a lot of farms while he can, and then selling resources will be a main play. Grass is also getting towards the next implode, but it's still 140 resources favor away. Yikes. Adding in the patrol blast into this will speed things up so much. Doing a great job pulling back the Dash of Petros, of course. Keeping them alive as long as he can is very important. It's time for the third Plenty Vault. Anytime now. I'm just about to fort it. Oh my god, here we go. 12 resources per second for all 3 resources. It's 36. The income is going nuts. He's gonna be rich. Matador's girlfriend coming over and he's like, baby is rich. And the Matador is like, we? That is our Matador. Yeah. Good to see you, Iron Maiden. Is he gonna hit the train or the food? Might be the food. It's a good idea. Really not too many defenses here. And Grass is already struggling with the food, so... I mean, he never did go for the fishing ships, which is actually something you really should do with Atlanteans. What is that guy doing? Jeez. Wait, what is this? Oh! Implode! Here comes the suck! Oh god. Oh god. All these guys can't even move. Can't help it. If you just cast it right on top of them, nobody's surviving that. Jeez. Yeah, but Matador's rich. He can pump out some new units. It's fine. Some of his villagers survive, so he can repair. The towers are peppering these destroyers. There's a bunch of Hippospis around. It's gonna be okay. Grass is eating the last of the trees up. Oh my god, what happened here? Matador just walked past with a bunch of villagers. He's now building here. There's no way you can stop this with Hippospis and Hoplites getting printed out of that. What happens now? The TC is down, sure, but I mean, you're not pushing this. Fire Siphon would be necessary, and even then, Matador's gonna keep an eye on that. Make sure it comes up. He's killing a lot of citizens right now. He's gotten a dock made, so he can guard this a little bit if he wants to. TC's already third done. And so long as he just has like a single patrol blast or two here between the towers, everything should be fine to push back with. But like I said earlier, if this was more fortresses, they wouldn't be as damaged as these towers are. Right, so a little bit more longevity to that unit, building rather. This is wild. Boats cannot reach the town center, no. But what they can do is destroy these manors. That should be very useful. They have 20 range, right? So they're not ever gonna reach a TC on any map. Alright, Matador's gonna have to fight this a little bit, but no worries. As Grass is running out of wood, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. No more wood. Wouldn't. Oh! Big stupid jellyfish! Yes! Yes! What would I do without that? Nereids! I don't know about that one. See, Matador is adding in the triremes who do have a bonus multiplier against myth units, so eventually they'll take them down. But the Neorites are anti-myth units themselves. So you don't really use them against ships. Not like this. And with the trade going right here, and Matador knowing it thanks to the Pegasus, yeah, the arrow ships can just go after the trade. No problem. The sea ships taking down the docks themselves, of course. It's now just a question of, will Matador pull a lot of villagers to build this TC up or what? I guess he's a little worried about the upcoming implode whenever that happens. Because, well, these towers are so damaged, right? So you don't want to risk that too much. But hey, once there's like 8, 9, 10 villagers building a TC, it goes up really quick. So, 1 minute is all you need. And with good micro, you should be able to keep the Atlanteans away. From some Colossi, there are, after all, 3 Plenty Vaults already. So you're not going to be minding losing a few units here and there to towers. They're already getting taken out pretty good. There's more big stupid jellyfish, yes. I love them. They're not that amazing against ships when they're like solo, but you got a bunch of clumped ships? These things are gods. Well, can Grass actually maintain production, guys? Because he's been pushed off farming. It's very problematic. Oh, wait a second. The fortress is taking so much damage from these things because of the divine damage. Oh my god. It will be able to eventually take one of them down, but I think the second Man of War destroys the fortress here. And the destroyers, for sure. They've got this. But meanwhile, Matador rebuilds the TC and is thinning out the numbers here so quickly. There's Petrobolas left and right. I don't see why he couldn't make another fortress here in the middle. It's really just a matter of selling some food. Is he gonna build up to freaking 4 Plenty Vaults? You're kidding me, man. Yeah, the wood situation is not gonna be a problem at all. We've got plenty here. And there's a little bit of actual wood left, so, you know, the man has been pacing himself, just gathering more favor. And if he does run out of wood later, he gets more praying villagers, therefore a 4th Plenty Vault is on the table. What's probably not on the table is a Wonder, though. Like, you would maybe need a 5th Plenty Vault to even consider. Yeah, many deathmatch games do go to a Wonder if it's super late, but not many deathmatch games go late. And there's some that go late that are so tight resource-wise, even with Plenty Vaults, that you just can't afford it. But when it happens and you make Plenty Vault number 5, 6, 7, now, well, you better start praying and believing in something. Because there's no stopping that. Hoplites holding the line. The towers are the new archers. Sick. Yeah, Matador is in a fantastic position and actually managed to pick off some oracles here and there. Good job. Good job at that. Also, the Men of War are still alive, so they're taking up population. Not that Grass can fill his population, by the way. He's bleeding the buildings, man. He's bleeding the buildings. Wait, the repair rate is insane. But surely Grass can't afford that. I mean, it's draining wood, right? Not just gold. There's no way he can afford preparing that forever. He found some wood somewhere. Wait, how? Where? Grass? Explain yourself. Where is this man chopping the wood? Going into the trade now, are we? It's a bunch of hoplites getting to work. Where is he chopping the wood? Nowhere. I was looking at... I'm getting tired, man. I was looking at the other guy. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Grass is completely starved of wood. He has to buy it in the market. Give me the face palms in the chat. It's deserved. Alright, Matador just needs to build forward, and then it's basically game. He's well on the way to the 4th plenty vault. It's not gonna be a problem from here on. And look at him actually stockpiling the wood. Like, this, he's fine. He's actually fine, I think, for a plenty vault into Wonder situation. Or just plenty vault into GG. I'm not sure Grass and Group would want to fight that. All this repairing, unaffordable, man, unaffordable. A good cleanup, by the way, there, but yeah, as you can see, it costs 95 at the moment to exchange. And the forest of towers has disappeared. There's no refunds after you use the product, so deal with it. There's a single destroyer. Maybe we could see some time shifts for like military barracks, but again, the wood cost is very prohibitive. Like, you have to make new buildings then, right? Shifting actual palaces costs wood and gold, so out of the question at the moment. It seems to me that Matador is just making the death push. This is gonna be the end, isn't it? Oh, wait, whoa. We've got the suck. With 2 C's. It's looking like Matador will be suffering a large loss here. Many units are dead, but he's pumping. He's pumping behind this. He's prepaid for the next army already. Sure, some of the towers will suffer, but that's a sacrifice. That's perfectly fine. He's traded all the favor for it. Yeah, Grass desperately trying to make some barracks and then they get destroyed. All the wood gone. He's still somehow managing to max out, but it's like Murmillos. And Murmillos do happen to lose the Hippospis pretty badly, as you all know. The counters to Hippospis can no longer be afforded. What do you do? Cantarius are okay, I guess, but you just add hoplites. Very, very painful. The next Plenty Vault is so close. Can we close this out with 4 Plenty Vault? I think we will. The president ain't giving up. He's like, oh, you're 80s, you're gonna run out of wood as well, right? And then you can make archers. Little does he know there's already 3 Plenty Vaults. I don't think he paid attention. And that's gonna hurt. Did he delete the fishing ships? Yes, because I think he doesn't need them. He has this. That's a good point. Therefore, more army. 126 to 47. Grass knows he's not gonna wait for the next Plenty Vault to happen. He's already dead enough. Matador is gonna be moving into the grand finals. Great game. It's all the Plenty Vaults that you could ever ask for. Or is it? Let's look at that resource discrepancy. How is Grass winning gold? I guess he had more farms. Trade. Yeah, that's got to be it. Oh my god. And Grass is winning units killed, mostly because of Implode, I would say, and the tower forest situation. Wow. Just looking at the timeline again with all resources collected. Actually, yeah, after that late game plenty vault spam, it's just been absolutely nuts. Wow. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind-the-scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.